Good evening, everyone. We are here live tonight at South Philly Social, and we are going to be talking about dating and relationships. I'm your host, Anita DeFrancesco, or Anita D, you can call me. And we have a call-in number. My program is Mindfulness, Sexuality, and Relationships. And we're here live, and we're only going to be here for no more than an hour, but we have a full house here tonight. We have a lot of different things going on. I'll go over what we have, who's all here, but let's give you the phone number in case you want to call in. Would be 267-858-4548, or it's 267-858-4548, which I do have it on my Facebook wall. I just put it there. So you're listening to my program, which is Mindfulness, Sexuality, and Relationships. And tonight, what I wanted to talk about was the things that surround relationships and what makes a relationship more healthy. So there's a lot of different factors that take place before we can really jump into a relationship. The first thing to know about your relationship is to first understand what it is that you want in a relationship. Is it something that you're just wanting to be in because you're alone, or is it something that you want to go make a future about a relationship, or is it just something that you want to do to experience better sex? So what I'm going to talk about tonight is, I see everyone's here. I see Donna, John, Ormez. Hello, everyone. Francis, Salvatore, and Linda. Thank you all for being here. Before we get started, we are at South Philly Social, which is located at 4th and Rittner Streets in South Philadelphia. And we have a lot of different things going on here tonight. We have Bonnie from the Bling Boutique, who is here selling jewelry and hats, and we'll go over to her in a moment and show you some of her products. We also have Tanya, who's here with us, and she's from the Intimate, what's the name of your Intimate?
Pure Romance.
Yeah, Pure Romance, and she's selling intimate sexual products for nourishment. Right? What else are you selling there? Intimate, nourishing sexual products?
Yes.
Okay.
Something Bath and Body Works.
And you're from the Pure Romance.
Yeah.
So if you're in the neighborhood and you want to stop by tonight, feel free to just come on by. We have a van that will pick you up if you're local, since the parking is a little bit challenging here. So tonight, what I want to talk about is, first of all, does anyone have questions? And this is a call-in show. You can call in with your relationship, your love, your sexual questions. We are going to take questions from people that are here in the social club here with us tonight. The number to call in is 267-858-4548. Hello, Philadelphia. We are here. Any questions? How about if I start out? What I'd like to talk about is going to talk about shame and relationships, and how shame, hiding, and guilt relates to dating and sexuality, and how we can help ourselves to have a more intimate, a more nourishing sex life, how we can help ourselves to open up to feeling free and liberated in our sexuality. So let's go over a few things, what shame is. Shame can cause a feeling of hiding. And a lot of people don't know what shame is. They think it's something that you, that you have to be ashamed of about yourself, or something that you don't like about yourself. But shame stems from a lot of different experiences in your life, and it can stem from your childhood, when we were maybe you were told not to do certain things, or you were told not to dress a certain way. So there's a lot of different experiences. Or if there was abuse, if your life was surrounded by physical abuse or mental abuse, or your parents had abusive behaviors, the child can have and grow up to be and have shame around their sexuality, which can cause a feeling of hiding out of the experiences of not being accepted. I'll give you some of the reasons that people experience shame. A feeling of not being accepted, over-controlled by parents, bullied, they couldn't have their voice as a child, And what happens with this energy, it's a sexual-based energy, and it's dormant in the root chakra. And so your root chakra is located. I'm a Tantra teacher. Tantra Wisdom is my website and also my Facebook group page here on Facebook. In the root chakra, which is located in the lower portion of your tailbone, is the area that becomes split from your feelings. So the body becomes split from its own feelings, and one can get debilitated by shame. And when it comes to dating, because they don't feel accomplished or worthy. So shame leaves you with a feeling of holding back, of wanting to be fully expressive in your voice, in your sexuality, in your feelings, in your touch, and your sensualness. So there's a lot of guilt around and a lot of hiding as it relates to dating and sexuality from the experiences that we may have grown up with. Does anyone have any questions? We're here live at South Philly Social, 267-858-4548. I don't see the phone ringing. See, does anybody have any questions here on Facebook that they would like to write, and I can talk about it here if you want to just write it on the wall here. So let's getting back to tonight. We're here at South Philly Social, and we have Bonnie from Bling Boutique. If you're in the neighborhood, you can stop by. We also have a van that will pick you up. And in case you don't want to deal with a parking situation, Bonnie sells these beautiful, beautiful candles. You'll have to bring me one over, Bonnie. Bring me a candle over. And beautiful hats. How about if I get one of your hats too? This is really a beautiful, what is this made of? It feels very like a gel.
It's a gel wax.
And you can, this is perfect I'm Anita DeFrancesco, your host, Mindfulness, Sexuality, and Relationships. And you're listening to Mindfulness, Sexuality, and Relationships, but my work is Tantra Wisdom, so this would be perfect for a Tantra evening that you and your beloved want to celebrate, that specialness, having these, she makes an array of candles here, and then these hats also that are very kind of glitzy, glamoury. How much are your hats? These are $10, and how much are the candles? $10. So if you're in the neighborhood and you want to stop by, we are here, Tantra Wisdom. This can be great for your beloved, a special evening that you and your beloved can find the time to nourish each other. So, in getting back to, does anyone have a question here on Facebook that they would like to write the question here? Or anybody, does anyone have a call-in question? And if you'd like to call in, if you have a question about your relationships, about your sexuality, about dating, about mindfulness, we are live. 267-858-4548 is the number to call. So let's get back to the topic of shame. Now, with some experience, such as those that are emotional, the self is getting set up for failure and suffering, and the body becomes patterned to attract these same experiences rather than success, which leads to a self-sabotaging, self-judgmental, and convicting behavior toward the self. And this can affect your sexual and relationship life. So getting back to your emotions, when we're looking at the topic of shame and sexuality and dating, we're talking about our emotions and what type of experiences that we have been exposed to throughout our lives to inhibit our freedom, our liberation. But shame is also something that we should experience because it's part of being vulnerable. And it's normal to have the shame feelings that one can recreate and uncover their strengths and move past this. So shame involves a lot of hiding, and shame also is part of your emotions. Mostly it's dealt with in the emotions. Does anyone have a question there tonight? Any of you people have a question for me? I'm Anita DeFrancesco. You're listening to an episode of Mindfulness, Sexuality, and Relationships. That is my podcast, and my work is Tantra Wisdom, Sacred Sexuality, teaching you how to have a more mindful, nourishing, sexual healing life. So one of the things I want to talk about tonight is how to have the ABCs of a relationship. And the first thing in a relationship that is primo for any relationship is communication and honesty. When you have communication and honesty, you will have longer lasting sexual life in the end. But a lot of people lose their communication because they don't understand how to express themselves. They don't understand how to open up, and they don't really have the courage from the heart to express feelings that may want to, that are hidden. So one of the biggest things, one of the ABCs of relationships is communication. The next thing we want to work on is nourishing your partner and how to nourish your partner. Now, since we have Tanya here tonight, she's from Pure Romance. She's from Pure Romance, right? She's Pure Romance. She has an array of products here tonight, lots of creams and gels, and she can talk to you more about her products when she enters back into the room tonight. But okay, let's see. Here's a question. Another perception of that split is the splitting of onset into herself and twin energy. Let me read. Who is this writing? Or Ms. Temple. Okay, fully engaged in our true sensuality in the construct of our emotions. Yeah, so we have a split. We're all split, but some people are split more than others. So we're actually, when a split happens in your body, your lower body is split from your upper body, and the split occurs in the center of where the diaphragm is. And the goal of Tantra is to connect the chakras. You have 7 chakras. You have the root chakra, you have the sacred sex chakra, which is at the belly button. Then you have the power chakra, which is in your diaphragm, and the heart chakra, the throat chakra, and the head chakra. But what happens when we're split is that we are split. We actually split from our center, and our breath is cut, and this creates split orgasms. So when you're split from your center, you're not going to be as fulfilled sexually. Let's see here. I teach Dr. Wilhelm Reich's work, and we work with the function of the orgasm and learning how to bring that split back together. But it involves a lot of orgonomy, somatic breathing. And the breathing is very intense because it's emotionally releasing, and it also charges the body up to feel and experience the fullness of the orgasmic pleasure that lives in your body. Yes, our actions, our manifestation. We have people coming in here. We're looking for questions. So yeah, getting back to the split. Now, I've worked with a lot of people that have what we call the emotional, spiritual split, where if you're a chest breather, you may not be as connected to your lower body, which means you may not be experiencing the best sex that you can have. And if you're a stomach breather, you may be cut off from your heart, and you may not be experiencing, again, the most sensual, affectionate love that you can have. So once we learn to connect and align our chakras, we are then bringing what we call the split back together. As Wilhelm Reich, Dr. Wilhelm Reich, his work is what I do. I'm a somatic psychotherapist, and I work with the orgone energy of the body to teach people how to have more of a charge in their sexuality, how to keep that romance alive. Because what happens is the cells in the body start to deaden. Breath is key to everything. There is no question about it. The breath is key. Excuse me here. We are taking live calls, and our phone number here is 267-858-4548. And anyone here, let's see, we have any questions? So let's talk about, we have a lot going on here. We're at South Philly Social, It's a new place here in Philadelphia. I'm going to be here every other week. This is the tantric candle for the beloveds to learn how to decorate the bedroom with candles and love and incense. And I'm your host, Anita DeFrancesco, Mindfulness, Sexuality, and Relationship. It's a little bit loud in here. I'm the founder of Tantra Wisdom. So I wanted to talk about how to nourish your partner and how to keep the nourishment alive, say after years of being married or years of being in a relationship, when you start to find that you start to take each other for granted, or you don't have the time anymore to spend together, you don't have the time to give each other attention. And one of the key points to nourishment, to nourishing each other, is to give each other the attention and to be conscious of giving your partner the attention they deserve. So without the attention, the bedroom is not going to be as good as it can be. So one of the key points of nourishing, keeping the nourishment alive in your relationship, is to work with attention, and attention outside of the bedroom, attending to your partner, appreciating your partner for the little things that you do for each other, showing your partner how much they mean to you, buying them small little gifts, and respecting each other, talking kindly to your partner, and not dismissing each other or taking each other for granted. So these are a lot of the tools that help to build a healthy relationship and keeping the nourishment of the relationship alive. Because when you have the nourishment and the softness and the love from the heart, and you're able to share that, you're able to go deeper into lovemaking and have much, much more pleasant experiences as time goes on within your relationship. Let's see, any questions here? Hello, everyone. Hello, Marianne, Rhoda, Ormez, Donna. We're here at South Philadelphia, or South Philly Social in South Philadelphia's South. We're here in South Philly at 4th and Rittner Streets. We have a call-in number if anyone has a question about dating or mindfulness or tantra or lovemaking, 267-858-4548. I have Tanya here tonight. She's from Pure Romance, and has products, intimate sexual products that we can, if you're in the neighborhood and you'd like to stop in. And we also have Bonnie from the Bling Boutique, who is here with jewelry and beautiful intimate candles like this. She has a whole bunch of different styles of these gel-like candles they actually burn too. You can light them. So let's see, come on folks, I don't want to do all the talking. Come on, get with it. Give me a call, do something, write me a question. Okay, so let me go back to let's go back to the topic of shame here. To experience shame, okay, we already said about that as being vulnerable. So one of the ways to get rid of shame, or to bring yourself out, or to release some of your hidden, dormant pain in your body, is to connect to your senses. And one of the things that Tantra teaches us is how to have senses that are alive. The senses in your body are the key to your sexuality, are the key to your heart. So the way we learn how to open up to our senses is to, of course, there's different ways to work with senses. Can be through touch, sacred touch, can be through breathing, can be through holding each other, caressing each other. once you learn to open the senses open fully, then you can have what we call an openness, a liberation, a spiritual liberation. Do we have any questions tonight here? You can give us a call at 267-858-4548. Well, let's see. We don't have any questions. Any questions in here tonight? Owning your shame and becoming resilient. No one is perfect, but you can shift into that. You are worthy of love. So we all have a unique expression of our own life. And the split is being stuck between that rock and that hard place. And when you're split, you're not operating in full balance. Now, it takes a long time to bring that split back together because of the different experiences that you may have had over the years growing up, or in your relationships, your past relationships. You may have had some experiences that left you scarred. Okay, you're listening to Mindfulness, Sexuality, and Relationships, and Tantra Wisdom is my work. We're here at South Philly Social, taking questions from the audience here tonight. The number to call in is 267-858-4548. Anybody have any questions here? They can write it right on the wall, and I can see your question. So one way to fully engage into your sensuality is to begin with aloneness and stillness. And in order to experience true love with someone, you have to have the experience of self-love. And self-love is not just loving yourself, but it's being alone with yourself and learning how to be alone with yourself in a stillness, in a silence. And when you are able to connect to the silence in your soul and the stillness of your heart and the openness of your love, this is the beginning of having a healthy relationship. But this has to be done. This is the work that we want to work on ourselves with, working with the higher power, taking classes such as yoga, breathing, so that you can actually learn what it is that you need to get in touch with your somatic inner self. And everything is a manifestation, of course. Yes, I hear you, Ormez Temple there. All of your actions include your manifestations. So opening up to the, hey, John Oliver, I see you there. You're watching or you're listening, and Tony DiTulio, and Salvatore and Linda, and okay. Any questions? Somebody write me a question. Come on. Let's see here. Let's talk about self-love. What do you have a question for me? Come on, give me a question for relationships here. We have these lovely, lovely candles, and this is what, the martini, or what is this? The martini one? Margarita?
I've been with my boyfriend for going on 9 years.
Okay, so we have Tanya, what's your name again?
Bonnie.
Bonnie from Bling Boutique has a question about her 9-year relationship. It's a good one? Is it good? Is it healthy?
Is it sex talk?
It could be anything. Set mindfulness, sexuality, relationships, anything you want to talk about.
Went down on me before. Almost 9 years.
Almost 9 years, and you haven't experienced oral sex with him?
Nope. I mean, me with him, but not.
Well, of course, yes.
He tried, but.
So this is really a good question. What I want to educate women and men on is that you have to teach your partner what it is, and you have to talk to them. Do you talk to your partner and
I do.
Ask him what it is that you need to make the relationship better?
But I just don't want him to feel like dumb. that's what I
So you're
I
worried
don't
about
wanna be
his
embarrassed.
so you're
Yeah.
worried about his feelings and not your own feelings.
Correct.
So what does this say for you, that your self-esteem and the love and respect for yourself is not at a level where it should be?
I mean, I don't mind without getting it. I'm serious. I don't mind. He does other things that, other than.
But is it
that's
something
not
that
the
you
thing.
want? Is
I
that
mean-
something that you want, to have him, perform
Not
oral
him.
sex?
Not him, because I'm scared that he's not going to know how to do it, and I just don't want to embarrass him. And you know what I mean?
So why not teach him? This is what I would like to educate you on tonight, is about teaching your partner what you want. Now in Tantra, there are classes that will teach you and him how to do that.
That'll be good.
So one of the key things into a healthy relationship is discussing with your partner what it is. Write it down, like what it is that you want more of in the bedroom or outside the bedroom, or what it is that you need more of verbally. Do you need more talk in the bedroom or out of the bedroom? Do you need your partner to give you more attention? What is it that you need in your relationship from your partner? So how about we just make a list of that? Like, I need attention. I need the person to call me once a day. I need someone to look at me and acknowledge me. Okay, so these are just examples of what you may need. Now, when it comes to the bedroom part, there is a whole way of, once you start to open up that part of yourself of asking for what it is that you want, then you can teach your partner and show your partner without him feeling the shame, without him or her feeling shy or shameful or stupid or not knowing what they are doing. So this is one of the key things to a healthy relationship, is to, and if this is all I teach you tonight, please learn that. Asking your partner and taking the time and being compassionate and supportive, and not making fun of them if they don't do it right, or if they're not giving you exactly what it is that you want. Hold their hand and show them the love as you walk them through it. And this is going to, believe me, this will bring your relationship to a different level. You'll have much more satisfaction, you'll have much more pleasure of the body, and you will also have a lot more smiles on your face. What else do we have here? Let's see, Oma's Temple. Okay, I'm referring to the split you first mentioned. Let me see here. Oma's Temple. I'm reading from Oma's Temple, who's on the wall here, referring to the split you first mentioned at the sacrum from the tailbone, which is your root chakra. That's where the Shakti energy houses, right in the root chakra. If there's a fracture of that split, when Anst Queen of the first chakra, our own inner nature of divinity, or divinely given authority, cannot properly develop her twin. Yes, if there is a fracture in that area, yes, a fracture of the spirit, who expresses that authority through fully embracing sensation and passionate drive of the second chakra, we are unable to fully accept the self, and thereby will perpetrate the upper split between body and soul, between instinct and aspiration, programmed intel and inspired intel, all required to reach the fullness within the self in order to intercourse that with another. So if you have that, what she's talking about, the split of the root chakra in the spirit, the manifestation can be, you can have a chaotic manifestation until you start to work with your power. So I would say that if you have a split in the root chakra, you have to focus on the power chakra to come back to owning yourself, coming back to accepting yourself. Expresses that authority through fully embracing sensation, passion, and drive of the second chakra. So this is great information if you're reading this on the wall here. That's the woman, what she likes. Okay, so here we have, this is very good, Omas. Thank you for sharing this. And in order to have healthy intercourse with someone else, the root chakra needs to be open. And there are many, many undulating exercises and kegels and breathing that will help to open this area of the man and the woman, the Shiva and the Shakti. Let's see here. Splitting up. Yeah, she was talking about a different split, but it's still a split. A split is a split in the body and the spirit. Okay, so then we have Tony saying he always asks the woman what she likes or dislikes. So that's a good pointer for men, to ask the woman what she likes. And sometimes women, though, are not as verbal as they'd like to be, and they're shy. Again, going back to shame, where they may be shyful or shameful to say what they like, or it may seem too kinky, or it may seem too liberated for who they are, where they come from, or how they were raised. So a lot of time, if a man is asking a woman what she likes, he also may have to hold her hand if he's more the liberated one than she, or vice versa, and encouraging them, encouraging their thought to come through, encouraging them to open up, and letting them know it's okay. Because a lot of times what couples do is they tend to get down on each other or dismiss each other, or, oh, you didn't do it right, or and this doesn't really do anything for the relationship. It just makes you become a little bit more separated than more together. So when you're feeling this way, that you're separating from your partner, it also stems from there can be jealousy there can be hate, there can be violence living in your body. So you have to clear out. You have to do the emotional work to get rid of these pent-up emotions that are in the body that would prevent you from having the sacred sexuality. Let's see what else we have here. But again, holding each other's hand in the sense that you are teaching and supporting, and there's compassion there, and there's love there, and it's okay that you are this way or you don't know how. And who else is going to teach the person except their partner, unless they come to Tantra classes, and they can learn too and get confidence. You're listening to an episode of Mindfulness, Sexuality, and Relationships, and we are here at South Philly Social, which is located at 4th and Rittner Streets in South Philadelphia. If you would like to call in with a question, it is 267-858-4548. We're having a party here tonight if anybody's in the neighborhood. We have Bonnie from the Bling Boutique with her famous hats and her jewelry and her tantric-like candles here that will be great for your... Hey, let me see some of the other candles. Can I see some of the others? This one is what? What smell is this?
I don't know. I just put anything
Oh.
in there.
Okay. These are lovely candles. If you want to learn how to set up a tantric environment, the first...
start a class.
Are you in how to make these? Okay,
No.
so we're gonna. What is it? Is it take a lot of time to make these?
No,
or?
no.
Look at this. This is beautiful, and you can put fire to this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we have it. Bonnie from the Bling Boutique here in Philly. Some of her candles, I'm sure, I don't know if you can see these, but these are perfect for the tantric environment. You can set your room up with lacy curtains and incense and these type of candles, and many other types of candles, massage oils, coconut oil preferably, I like. And, learn to create that nourishing environment for your partner at least once a month, I would say, to take that time and to sweep that person off their feet. And the man does it to the woman does it to the man. But sweeping each other off your feet and creating that nourishing, healthy, healing, blissful, sensual evening can certainly increase the length of your relationship and bring you much more pleasure over time. I love these candles. You have any questions for me, Nick? Come on, you have a question, don't you? I'm only going to talk for 15 more minutes here, folks. I'll have to come more prepared with subjects for you. But Tantra Wisdom is my work, and I have a class coming up. I'm going to be at Kink on April, whatever, the third Thursday of the month. And I think it's the 18th. This is a real nice candle, huh? Wow. I'm going to be offering classes here if you're local and you want to come in and learn how to do this. It's wonderful. When are the classes?
Renee, classes.
So when are your classes on the candles?
The 17th.
Is it every month or is it every...
Right now we're going to try it out. And then I'll
Okay, so we're going to do these classes on the candles on the 17th here. So questions, come on, some questions about your love life, your relationship. So, let's see here. Okay, and do you want to say anything, Tanya? She's from Pure Romance, selling intimate sex products. Tanya, anything you'd like to share? Could you put any of that stuff on let me share some of your products here? Or I think we could put some of them on Facebook, huh?
Well, I know you were talking about, we bring over 3 products.
Okay.
So, I know that
Okay,
you
I
were-
have, this is Bonnie from Pure Romance. Tanya.
That's okay.
Tanya. Okay, got your name. Now, these are products. Okay, what is this? Let's talk about what this is.
So
It's called
these are all
Whipped.
foreplay products.
Okay.
So like we discussed earlier, how you said that you have to, like you were explaining to Bonnie, about having to almost train what you like.
Teach your partner.
Teach your partner.
Teaching your partner what you like is key to the better love and better sex.
So what I tell girls is we play a game. It's called 5 points.
Okay.
Everybody has different sexual points that stimulate them. Whether it's their collarbone, some people it's the ear, it's the back of the neck, it's different areas of the body.
So the
nipples,
erogenous
the
zones.
erogenous zones.
Okay.
Women are different. Every woman's different. What worked for your ex might not work for your current girlfriend.
Okay.
So I tell them play a game. These are all edible, and they're flavored. So that is an edible lubricant, kissable lubricant. Okay, it's called Whip. This is vanilla cupcake flavor.
So this is okay. So these are edible, and
Yep.
and finding the erogenous zones behind the ears, lower back, or
Correct.
and putting this on your partner, and
So what I tell girls is do a 5-spot game. Make up 5 spots on your body that
Okay.
are your erogenous zones. Because like I said, what works for you doesn't work for everyone.
right.
So now your partner has to find the 5 spots.
Interesting. Okay, so she's telling us here about the 5 spots to teach your partner how to have these 5 spots. I think you can get in the mic. Okay, and to teach your partner again what makes you feel good.
Correct. So we have 2 different products that I use for this game. You can either use the Whipped, or this is Sensation, which is a warming massage lotion. Again, it's edible.
Okay, let me smell
So
it. Let me
that one
smell.
is pink grapefruit sparkler, I believe.
Okay.
And that one, again, you could use that for the 5-spot game.
Okay, so we're doing the 5-spot game, and what are the 5 spots on the body would you suggest? For the back of the ears.
It's always different for everyone. So back of the ears, there is the lower back, there is the hip bones,
Okay.
and actually, believe it or not, they're clavicles.
So right up in
right
here.
up in here is an erogenous zone, and the neck, the ears,
Right behind the ears, up in the clavicles, the lower back, and probably in the
hip pelvis area.
inner thighs.
thighs.
Inner thighs.
Okay.
Okay.
So what I say is that you use both or one, whatever one you want, and then as a reward, we have Great Head, which is
Okay. Now, what is this?
That is an edible lubricant for oral sex on a man.
Okay, and
So it does not numb you.
interesting.
We're not doctors. But what it does is it's a very thick lubricant, so it coats the back of your throat, so it helps with the gagging reflex.
Interesting. This is something new.
So that women stop being ABCs. Anniversary, birthdays, and Christmas. Yes.
So
this stops
and you
being
can
an
eat
ABC
this,
girl.
right?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
So this goes on the lingam. which is the Hindu Sanskrit word for penis. For some of the people in the audience that are new to Tantra, it is the lingam, and it has a wonderful taste that you put this on your partner's lingam and you can perform the oral sex.
Yes.
And it helps with gagging in the back of the throat.
If you see, it's a thicker consistency, so it helps with the lubrication.
Right, interesting.
Yep.
So this is called
Great head.
Great Head, folks. And this is available where? If they're not local and they want to get this.
I can give you, if we want, we can put in my website. And
What is your website?
My website is pureromance.com / and I'm going to spell my name because it's spelled a little different. TONIABURNS.
So if anybody would like that information, you can inbox me, and I'll get you the exact website, her website, in case you didn't get that. But so again, yes, what did I do here? Uh-oh, messing up everything. Oh, look at this. What happened here? How did I lose that? Go back to that?
I think so.
No, wait.
Oh.
I'm frozen, folks. Oh, I'm getting, what did he say? I'm getting a session? Oh. Nick, I think I got frozen here on my phone. Oh, jeez.
Was that a filter?
Oh, folks. No, you know what it is? I'm not sure what the heck I did, but I don't see my people anymore. I was watching their comments, but now I don't know what I did. So.
You must hit a button. The comments aren't coming up. That's all.
Yeah. So where do I?
You'll be able to.
Oh, that little arrow. See that little arrow? Try clicking that. There you go.
Okay, we're back to the comments. Okie doke. Yeah, so anyway, thank you for sharing. And this one is the massage lotion. One of the key
It's a warming lubricant. It can be used as a massage lotion.
okay, it's called Sensations. So one of the things you want to do with your partner is massage your partner. Take that evening to give your partner a sensual bath. Without having sex, say, for that night. Maybe he takes her into the bathtub, fills it with bubble bath, and brings her to the bed and gives her a lovely massage with this Sensations oil or any other type of oil. And then the next night, maybe she does that for him. So taking that time to nourish each other and really honoring your partner, respecting the love that you share between the sheets and in life. So carrying that into your world. What else do you want to tell me about these products here? What else do you have? I want to get the Great Head. This really tastes good, folks.
Oh, it does. The luscious lemonade is amazing.
This might make you want to give your guy more oral than he wants.
Yes.
This really might want to make you give the oral when you're not in the mood. It's called Great Head.
So the other thing we have, so we're going to go with O. O is one of my other products.
Okay, let's see
O
this.
is a tingling, I believe it's closed because I usually keep that one closed.
Okay.
So that one is a tingling enhancement cream. So you can use it on the vaginal walls. Okay, right inside the vaginal opening, which the first 4 centimeters of the opening, is where all the nerve endings are.
Okay.
And it can be used on the clitoris area.
Okay.
What that does is it engorges.
Use it with your fingers?
Yeah, tiny bit.
Okay.
And what it does is it sensitizes it. So it engorges it. It brings the blood flow, which then brings the nerves to the surface of those areas.
Makes her feel a little bit more...
Yes, I call it like...
Turned on.
Yes, I
Turned
call it
on, folks.
the Superman effect. So your man will then be Superman when you have that on.
So, in other words, he will be Superman when he's ready to go in you.
Yes. So that can be used again for foreplay. It can be used for oral sex.
Okay.
It can be used during sex. There is no wrong way to use it. If I'm going to say tiny little bit, because oversensitivity can cause pain.
Okay.
So I always say start with a little and then go to a little bit more. But that is also for women for oral sex. So it has a flavor. This one's vanilla.
So this, okay, now for her, she said for 9 years her partner hasn't given her oral sex, and maybe this has like a candy taste, right?
It does.
And you know, sometimes that helps, that little strawberry, that little candy taste. It gives you that, makes you feel like you're a child again, you're eating candy.
What it also helps, I feel, is the woman with their confidence. A lot of women are worried about their hygiene down there because, of course,
right,
it's a very intimate area, the hygiene. Well, it won't taste bad if it tastes like vanilla or strawberry kiwi. So,
but it also is a teaser.
It is.
So it's a teaser, and it's just another tool for if your partner isn't into doing that, to give him the idea or try different things. You have to try different things. It's an enticement, right? It's an enticement, a teaser. You have to try different things. Besides teaching your partner, communicating and verbalizing what it is that you want, you can try these things such as products like this. It's called the O. And other things, there are many other things. There's, you know, sex toys and things like that, which we're not going to be showing any of that stuff.
Right.
But we can talk about it.
We can.
And there's, you know, there's of course, the different types of dildos and...
Correct. Dildos are non-vibrating.
Okay.
They don't have any kind of motor or vibration to them. And then you have vibrators, which are mostly what we sell.
Okay.
We have both couple toys. We have, all of our toys can be considered couple toys.
Okay.
But we have C rings, which a lot of people think stand for cock. It really doesn't. It's constriction. Because it constricts the blood flow into the penis, which then which keeps the penis harder longer. So,
what is that now? It's for the man or the woman?
It's for the man. So we have some that are vibrating C rings.
Right, and it goes down on the bottom?
It goes down on the bottom of his shaft,
right,
which then constricts the blood flow from leaving the shaft.
So they call that a cock ring or a C ring.
But a C ring actually stands for constriction. When it was originally made, they were made as C rings for constriction rings.
Okay.
But it's not a very great name. You don't want to come to your husband and say
cock
or your
ring.
Spouse and say, constriction, because they think the wrong thing. My first advice is that if you're introducing toys into the bedroom of a couple, to not start with something that is penis-shaped, which we offer a lot of toys that are not.
Okay.
It's intimidating to a man.
So, of course, because it feels like you're using something as a substitute beside him. He wants to feel... One of the other things, talking about this, is to make your partner feel like he or she... that they are the greatest, the best thing in the world. Always making them feel good, giving them the strokes, giving them the acknowledgement, giving them the attention, the intention, and just honoring and loving and being kind. And look, there's always going to be things, fights and different things that get in the way, and times when you're going to have ups and downs. But if you learn how to ferment the tantric lifestyle in your soul, you can start to understand that you go beyond and you become love and you remove hate. So Tantra teaches us how to remove hate and the violence that lives in all of us. And once the violence is gone, the hate, the judgment, we're able to see more clearly. And seeing more clearly is pleasure.
Yes.
Seeing more clearly is just pleasure in anything and everything that you do. Not only your relationship, not only your sex life, so that's really what it's about. But having all of the, making your partner feel the best that they can, treating them like gold. I can't stress that enough, of really honoring. And this is the key to keeping that man or woman in your life for the long term, that beloved. Right,
because it gets stale.
Right. So what else would you recommend?
So
we are here at South Philly Social, 4th and South Streets.
So
4th and South, 4th and Rittner.
4th and
Okay,
Rittner.
At South Philly Social, and we're speaking to Tanya right now. But the phone number, if you wanted to call in, is 267-858-4548, and we're just taking questions: mindfulness, sexuality, relationships. My work is Tantra Wisdom. I'm here just we got a little party going on here tonight, right? Yeah. Now let's see what else that Tanya's going to show us.
This is called Just Like Me. It is a water-based lubricant.
Just Like Me. Now this is for her.
This is for her. Now, a lot of women are ashamed, or a lot of women are embarrassed to admit the fact that after a certain age, we begin to lose our body's wetness.
Okay.
It's nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed of. Unfortunately, it's the change of our hormones.
Okay.
Women going into menopause especially begin to lose some of that natural wetness down
Right. Okay.
Another big thing, like I had said before, is antihistamines. If you're using some kind of allergy pill on a daily basis, that allergy medication is made to clear up mucus. Unfortunately, your bodily discharges down there are also mucus.
So the body will dehydrate from too much antihistamines.
Correct.
Regardless of your age. So a lot of women these days are becoming more dry in the vaginal area, in the yoni. In Tantra, it's called yoni. Because of the medicines you may be taking. I bet you antidepressants is one of them.
Antidepressants is one of the biggest ones, and unfortunately it's not a side effect that doctors tell you. But that's why it's very important when you go to a GYN to put every medication you're on. They're not asking to be nosy.
Right.
They're asking because there's side effects that your normal doctor might not know.
Okay. Now what would this do? Would she spray this in that area?
This is a pump.
A pump.
So she can apply it with her fingers. This is a original, so there's no scent or flavor. We do also have it in scent and flavor, so it can be used for oral sex. The great thing about this is it lasts about 24 hours.
Okay.
It has a re-wetting. So even that small amount of moisture that your body will produce, it can re-wet itself and it will start to work again. So I tell women, you can even know if you know you're going to go home for a lunchtime fun, you can put it on in the morning before work.
Right, and it's long lasting.
Yes, it will dry itself, and then when it starts to, that small little bit of body secretion will reactivate it.
So this is called Me. It is
Just like me.
The lubrication that's long lasting
Yep.
to help her stay fluid.
Right,
Lots of
because
sensual
You
fluid.
do not want, the vagina has bacteria, good bacteria.
Right.
But if you do not have enough lubrication, it can create small tears, which then can create bacteria and can cause infections.
Okay. So
lubrication is very important.
And so from what I understand, there's a lot more younger women experiencing the dryness.
Correct.
Yeah. So also, physically exercising your body is also key to be out there and, moving the body, which of course we're all on the gym craze today, like I am every single morning at 6 o'clock. But the thing is, exercising the body, and yoga is wonderful, and Tai Chi, and also you have to look at your diet. But if you're on medicine can really dehydrate the system and deplete your fluids, and it can take away the fluidity, the body's natural fluidity that lives in the joints and the muscles. So this is called Me. I like this one, huh?
Yeah.
So that's the only place to spray it, huh?
Now, the other thing is a lot of women are also, this is a water-based lubricant. So when you go to the GYN and they pull out that bottle and they squeeze it on you down there and it's everywhere and it feels
they do
like
that? The gynecologist does that?
So when you go to get an
oh,
internal
right,
exam,
they do, right.
That they just squeeze that stuff and that is a gel, silicone based.
Okay.
That is a petroleum based usually. Mm-hmm. Now that's why when you think you wiped it all and you get up and it's still there, is because it's not water based. So your body doesn't absorb that at all.
This gets absorbed.
This is water based.
So you can use this. You don't have to use a gel. You can use this and have it, of course, with or without the condom.
Correct.
With and without.
It will work with or without condoms and with or with a toy. With the toy also.
So see here, this is wonderful because my phone's going on a low battery. But this is really, this can be the lubricant.
Yes.
Or at least, sometimes if you're using condoms, you need a higher lubricant.
Yes.
Something thicker because...
And you have to be careful using certain lubricants with condoms.
Now also, if you are the type to use condoms more often than not, then that's going to even dry you more.
Correct.
Woman. I have to put a charger on my phone
because of a lot of times with the spermicide in condoms.
The spermicide, okay.
Can also irritate a woman, which can cause her to dry out.
Okay. I'm putting the charger on my phone. Okay, so the spermicides can also But what would you recommend in a woman in cleaning herself in that area? What is the best way? Is the vinegar the thing, or what would you suggest since you're working in these most delicate products?
I don't recommend douche.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, a lot of one of the biggest thing that I've always heard, baking soda and water.
Baking soda and water, but what I've heard is really the best for anything is the apple cider vinegar.
Yes, but you have to be careful that you're not killing the good bacteria along with the bad that's down there.
So the apple cider vinegar can do that.
Because it'll knock the pH balance off. You don't want it with the vinegar, which has too much acid.
Right.
Can knock the pH balance off.
So you're suggesting the baking soda.
Baking soda and water, make it like a paste almost, put it onto a wash rag. You can clean yourself with that. It's also a deodorizer because it's baking soda.
Interesting.
So you want to be careful with not disrupting the pH balance in your vagina, because that will make you. That's why a lot of women get yeast infections, because it's trying to produce that bacteria again, and sometimes it produces too much too quickly.
Right. So working with, and again, sometimes nothing is good because
your body will clean
the body
itself.
will naturally start to just come back to its normal immunity.
Correct.
On its own. And it also depends on your diet. And also, you have to be careful oral sex if you're a cigarette smoker, say, in the mouth. A lot of women they date someone that may smoke, and they have to be concerned about that nicotine going in there and creating a red rash.
Yeah.
So even just patting a little bit of the apple cider vinegar on there, like with a cotton ball, sometimes can just help on the surface.
Yes.
For something like that, if you're dating a cigarette smoker.
Right, for a good, a thorough clean. I wouldn't recommend it as like a daily thing. But yes, you're saying after some kind of oral sex of that sort, to eradicate what the outside, you could do that.
Right.
And number one key also is not wearing wet clothing.
Wet clothing. Now,
changing.
being a swimmer, I'm a swimmer, so athletic swimmer, and bathing suits, when you stay and sit in them, right in there is where the yeast, if you're sitting, so maybe, if you're laying on a beach and you come out.
That's different.
Yes, right. But if you can take the bathing suit off if you're a swimmer, especially with chlorine water, at least salt water will be better, the ocean.
Salt water is better.
Yeah.
But bacteria grows anywhere that it's damp and warm.
Right.
That is a perfect breeding ground for bad bacteria.
Right. So keeping your immunity in shape, so to speak. Immunity in shape, because we're always having just the little things like this that can cause you not to be able to have sex, guys.
And number one other thing, sugar does not mix.
Okay.
The whipped cream sounds amazing until
right.
the next day.
These products
all sugar free.
They're all sugar free. Okay.
Okay. If I say it can be used in the vaginal area or on the penis, it is sugar free.
Right.
Because sugar does not mix with yeast. Sugar creates more yeast.
Okay.
That can cause a yeast infection. So that's why the whipped cream and chocolate sounded really good that night.
And that's so good for Valentine's Day.
And the next day, it doesn't feel that great, is because your body doesn't interact with the sugar that well, with the yeast and sugar.
Right. So you can, if you're going to do the whipped cream thing and all that, the chocolate, the syrup, see if you can get sugarless products.
Yep.
And you certainly can, or gluten-free too.
Yes.
But, and just to, always thinking about your health when it comes to your sexuality, about cleanliness, about exercising the body. Doing yoga is wonderful because yoga teaches your body how to get in and out of different positions. And sometimes even young women, they've never really stretched their hips and their IT muscles are tight. And when you go to do a certain position, you can hurt yourself if you're older or even younger. So that's a key.
Yep.
And undulation, moving the body, dancing, wonderful. So we are going to get some of these products tonight, and we're going to take them and we're going to experiment with them. Guys, are you ready? Uh-oh, are all the guys, do you have a question for me tonight? Nothing about your relationship? Anything? So Tony's learning a lot. He said he got a good lesson.
Good.
And what time do you have? Do you have time over there? It's 8:05. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to wrap this evening, at least this part of the evening up. We are here till late.
Yep.
You're listening to Mindfulness, Sexuality, and Relationships. I am your host, Anita DeFrancesco. We're here at South Philly Social at 4th and Rittner Streets. And thank you all for tuning in and listening. I'm going to be here every other week. And tonight we have a lot of things going on. So if you want to take a ride over, just come on down. We'll have some music for you. And we have products. And of course, you can set your Tantra bedroom up with some candles and products and oils. So thank you very much. My website is tantrawisdom.com, and I have a public Facebook page called Tantra Wisdom as well. You can go on there. There's a lot of groups and workshops and things like that you can check out. And okay, good night, everyone. Thank you for listening.